Okay, so I'm making a unusual kind of video for me. I'm going to draw and discuss about TimeBomb, the ship name of the EkkoXJinx ship, and I'm going to discuss it knowing what they are based on the end of the third act of season 2 of Arcane. So spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. And I'm sorry in advance if my English is not fluid. I'm French. But I just wanted to talk about it because I'm a fan of the League of Legends lore since Jinx came out. Basically, I was never really fond of the game itself, but that was kind of the thing for me. I really loved Jinx as a character, you know, and I always, I really liked her lines, her attitude, of course, get jinxed, everything they have done with the marketing, painting all the website in bright pink, and really I like I like everything Jinx was at the time, even when Arcane wasn't even, a part of the conversation. And I must say, one of the things I really liked about Jinx was the fact that I read her as AroAce. Even one of the first really interesting line was Ekko reacting to her on the field, saying, "I used to have a crush on you until you started talking to the guns." It was really, I felt like it was really a poignant example of, I think that's really cute, and at the same time that respect the fact that Jinx is pure chaos. She she absolutely not is here for romance or anything like that. And I really like the fact that Ekko, used to have a crush and it was never reciprocated. Because to me, it was part of her personality. It was her being explosive, independent, bothered and crazy. You know the, you know the deal. I mean, I really liked her that way, precisely that way, and I liked shipping them in really I love you, me neither kind of way. It was always my thing with them. Uh, I really wasn't about pretending even that they could be a real item. If they were an item, it was really based on a weird friendship because Ekko, even at the time when he came out, he wasn't about gratuitous violence. She kind of was everything he hated, and that was the fun of it. That really was the fun of it at the time. No, even if there's been a bunch of announcement about making the Arcane universe the canon universe. They do it for the MMO game. I was never really fond of that decision, but it is what it is. But in my opinion, I always treated the Arcane universe as a different thing from what we had in the games, and I really was okay with that. And how to say that? I liked that Fortiche could do whatever they want with their characters. It was their versions, and even if I'm not, a huge fan of everything they've done with the characters because I had a previous attachment to them. You know, I'm really, really disappointed, for example, that they really didn't land even more into the anarchist archetype of Jinx. I really like what they've done with her, you know? I really like what they've done with both of them, actually. And then episode 7 of season 2 came out, and I was like, okay, TimeBombers, it's very well, but it kind of, you know, indicated to me, oh, to the Arcane universe, Jinx being AroAce isn't a personality trait that is just her, you know. It's, they really treat it like she became that. She became uninterested in love because she's traumatized. Because otherwise, she would be this alternative universe powder that could fall in love with Ekko. So I'm annoyed because I feel vindicated that they made it real, you know? I really love that. But at the same time, I feel like, hey, it's good and all, it's fun and all, but Jinx is Ace to me. OG Jinx is Ace. She likes guns and explosions and, you know, freedom and fish bones better than people. And even if there was always some hints at her character being a bit more subtle than that, a bit more, you know, nuanced than that, I never thought that they would made her incapacity to relate to other people you know, that it would be expressed through her being Ace too, because she could be Ace without being traumatized, you know. So I'm really annoyed because I like this ship. Believe me, I do love this ship, but it kind of make it seems like being Ace would be a disease, would be a result of trauma, and I don't like this narrative at all, you know. And fortunately, I'm an adult, you know. I can see that you can love multiple versions of the same character. That's why I don't merge the original universe with the Arcane universe, because I'm really glad that there is a version of Jinx that is readable as AroAce. And that's not a problem because, you know, Ekko has his own things going on. Even in other skin lines, he even have a thing in the Pulsefire universe with Ezreal, and I do love that. But yeah, I'm really forced to, you know, to reconcile the pleasure of enjoying TimeBomb, enjoying this ship. I really must tell myself, okay, there is my version of Jinx that is just AroAce and has absolutely no problem with that, and there is the Arcane version where it's part of her trauma. she wants to be with people, but she can't because she's too jaded or she's too hurt to connect with people again. And that's okay. I suppose that's okay. You know. But you know, it does make it really difficult for me to express it in a way that isn't confusing, you know, because I want to make TimeBomb stuff, you know, fan arts and all, but I don't want to invalidate the fact that, yeah, my Jinx, the Jinx I personally prefer to represent, is AroAce. So I think I'm gonna do both. Honestly, I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do really, you know, able to fall in love Jinx, romantic Jinx, TimeBomb. I'm gonna do that, but I want to be able to, you know, draw some fan arts of her where it's a different version of her and a different headcanon, and recognize some fan arts of her where she's AroAce. Really. So, don't get me wrong, no hate for the show. It's amazing. I love it. But yeah, really, it's not because I do some of TimeBomb content that I do not believe that it would be important, you know, to keep that version of Jinx where we are talking about her as an AroAce icon, an anarchist icon, because they really double down in the Arcane version on the fact that they are talking about, you know, human drama and personal strife and mental illness awareness, I would say. But yeah, I like Goofy Jinx, I like AroAce Jinx, and I like anarchist Jinx who doesn't want to be the leader of anything, really. And that's not Arcane Jinx, and I love them both. Really, I love them both. And I want to spread love and appreciation for both of the version of the character because I think they're both amazing. And I think that's the thing that pisses me off the most about the announcements of making Arcane lore the canon lore. Because it's a bit of a denial of, you know, everything the writers that came before wrote. You know, the storyteller that made the character. Even, and when I say storytellers, I do mean writers, but I also mean, you know, the previous marketing team. You know, because they really did a great job. They got me into that. They got me into that shit. I'm sorry, but I would never play League of Legends, you know, for myself. Sometimes I do some stuff alone sometimes. But League of Legends to me is a really social game. I don't play alone. You know, it's a bit like alcohol for some people. You don't drink alone. I don't play League alone. But even if I never really truly seriously play this game, God, from the moment Get Jinxed got out, from the moment I heard this song and I saw this character design and I heard it and I felt it and I said, okay, I need to know more, and I became, not forcibly savvy in the law of League of Legends, but I became invested in it, and I was like, I don't care about the game. I don't care about the game. I just want to, read about this universe they made, because it seems so fun. And it was. It is. It still is. It's really a crazy, crazy universe, where they tried, to retcon so many stuff. But I like it that way. I like that it's, huge and goofy and serious sometimes, and the only reason I'm interested in this world is because Jinx was there. And this is, this is a version of Jinx that, hundreds of people have worked on since. A version of this universe that hundreds of people have worked on, and I want to respect their work. I don't want to. I'm really displeased of the disrespect the previous teams had. When Riot's in general was really. They really several times they showed that they had no problem giving dirt to their writers, giving dirt to all the people that came before them or were there all the time, and or even I don't know people that worked on this and weren't there for long. And I don't like the fact that they contributed so much to this universe, and somewhat with one announcement that you're not going to follow through, by the way, they kind of dismiss everything they've done, and I don't like that, really. On a really small scale, if I'm just talking about Jinx and Ekko, for example, I like every version of their relationship. Really. Even if they hate each other, even if they just find each other weird because they never really met. The version where they are kind of friends, but no, they would never. And the version you have in Arcane where, okay, that's the thing. But because Powder is Jinx and Jinx is Powder, she's not AroAce in there, so this is completely a possibility. It's a bit disheartening, to not respect that several people with different sensibilities worked on this, and they are their own spin. They are their own spin on those characters, and I love that. I love that they had this. So yeah. That was my point. I'm really looking forward, making stuff for them, because I'm a mushy girl, I'm a mushy gal. You give me a ship, I'm gonna ship it. But I'm also really, really excited that, without hard red, without, shipping wars, without, being insufferable little rats on the internet, we can all be proud and enjoy every version of those characters we like, And my favorite versions are not the version in Arcane. Ekko is, it's a bit complicated because I really like the version of Arcane, but they got rid of this Tomahawk, which was a good choice, for modern sensibilities, but they completely washed out the punk aesthetic of Vi, Jinx, and Ekko, and I'm a bit, disappointed about that, but I want us to be able to do fan art about any version of them, and be happy that it just exists, and we're gonna make our own stuff afterward, yeah, but in the meantime, while we are just spreading love for those characters, it doesn't matter, It doesn't matter if you ship it or not, it doesn't matter if you think that they shouldn't be together, like I do, because I do think that they shouldn't be together, but it's really so good. It's so good anyway. But yeah, don't forget to, appreciate every version of it. And I would love to see and make AroAce Jinx artworks. It would really be so fun. And that's it. I think that what I want to share with this weird video is that the world is way more complicated, and you can have fun with, we don't have teeny tiny minds that doesn't allow us to appreciate several things at the same time, to appreciate contradictions or different versions of the characters. You can totally love two versions of characters and be happy that the contradiction doesn't exist, and make peace with that. So yeah, I think I'm just rambling at this point, so thank you for listening, and thank you for spending some time with me rambling on the stuff, and yeah, let's have several versions of them all. Let's make pretty lesbians and angry gays.